Hey everybody, Mandy Nobles here from Instructional Technology. Today I'm going to walk you through creating a Google slide. So just in case you've never done Google Slides before, this will kind of be your tipping off point. So there's a few ways to get there. One of the ways is to come up here to your Omnibox and type in slides.google.com. So this is one way. Um, to get there. Another way is also to do slides.new, and it'll take you right to a brand new untitled presentation. Or if you go to google.com, then your waffle will also appear. Make sure that you have your picture for your ecisd.school account. You can even hover over this picture to make sure you're in the correct account. And so once you click on the waffle, then you can hit slides and it'll go to that platform. And so, of course, in this case, you're most likely going to want to create just a blank slide. They do have some templates for you to utilize, so feel free to click on that. I'm going to click on blank. It'll take just a second for it to kind of prepare for us. And so a few things to know about what you are presented with right here. So you're automatically, your themes will automatically come up. And so you can rummage through here and also find, add a theme. And so that way it won't be blank. Feel free to hit the X to close so you can have a bigger screen. Be sure that in the upper left-hand corner, that you click and you title your presentation. Because if you don't, when you go to your Google Drive, you'll just see all these untitled presentations, and so you won't exactly know which one is going on here. So make sure that you title that there. Of course, when you go to the slide itself, you can just click there to add your title. I'll just simply put in a quick title for us. If you'd like to add speaker notes, let me move this out of the way for now. If you'd like to add speaker notes, you can click here. If you wanted to say, information came from page, whatever in your Pearson book or whichever textbook that you happen to be using. That way your students can see that just in case. Let's talk about our file option up here. So file I like the page setup for file all the way down here at the bottom. So page setup, what happens is it's automatically in the widescreen mode, the default mode for Google Slides. So you can click there and you can even customize this. And so if you wanted to customize it with the paper width, you can simply put in 8.5 by 11 and apply, and then it turns it into a paper-sized slide presentation, which might be okay with you. We've had a lot of questions about, I have a PDF. I want my students to edit that PDF. Well, students can't automatically edit PDF unless they have paid software. And so a few ways to go about that. I created a PDF example. Let me get it pulled up. Okay, so with this PDF here, you can see I can still click on the information. However, I won't be able to edit it because I don't have my paid service. So there's a few ways I can go about this. Let me make it look like an actual size of paper here. So on your computers, if you have one of the district computers for sure, there is a snippet tool that you can click, and you can say new, and it will allow you to screenshot that image. So that is one way that you can take a screenshot of a PDF to have your students edit on. There is a Windows Shift S, which will also screenshot whatever that you would like your students to do. So now that I have this image, I'm going to come back to my Google slide. And then I'm going to go ahead and click this plus button up here in the upper left-hand corner so I get a new slide. And then I can click here and I can Control V and paste that PDF to my Google Slides for my students. A quick way to get rid of this box and this box is if I just click and hold my mouse to highlight those two things, I can click delete and it will automatically delete those things for me. So now I can just resize this image, this PDF that I want my students to edit. And so again, they still won't be able to edit with it like this because it's just an image. So what I need to do in order for my students to be able to edit this is I have to add text boxes or shapes. And so that way, I'm going to just add this. I could even outline it in a different color so that my students can see this is where they need to go in and type their information in. Again, I can change the width, the weight and the color so that my students can see that. So now they can come in when you assign this and they can click on those links and you can tell them to add their information to the colored boxes. Something really cool about Google Slides is that there's this gray space all the way around this slide. And so I could even utilize this gray space here by adding a text box and giving students directions. Here, directions, click on the red text box and add your answer there. So I could even give them those directions that they can see on this page. Of course, you could always add the directions down here in the speaker notes as well. So that's how you add a PDF and make it editable. Pretty much you just add text boxes into the image on your Google slide. I'm going to come back up here to my first one. I'm going to add another slide in between here. You can also think about hyperlinks. And so let me just delete these right here. So I can create hyperlinks to different websites. So maybe I want students to check out our YouTube channel for our EdTech account. And so this EdTech account will have different videos. So I can type in YouTube for EdTech, right? I'm going to open up another option here and type in YouTube. Of course, this will take some time on your part just to get there. And then see who I'm subscribing to. All right, so here are some of our, here's one of our recently created videos. And so if I wanted them to come and check out this video, I could always copy this hyperlink up here, or copy this link in the Omni box, Control C. And then I'm going to highlight YouTube. I could highlight all of it, but I'm just going to highlight YouTube. And then this button right here where it says Insert Link, whatever the highlighted text says, I'm going to paste that link. And now it's going to turn it into a different color for me so that my students know they see it's underlined. They can click on it. If I come hover over it, then the YouTube link comes up. So this is a great way to think of an interactive table of content. So if you're building a slide deck, these are called slide decks, maybe they have a lot of slides in them, then you could create an interactive table of contents where it even jumps to another slide. So how you would do that is I'm just going to say chapter 2. And so I can highlight chapter 2 here. And then this time, instead of going outside to find a website, I'm going to hit that insert link. But this time, I'm going to link it to slides in this presentation. And so I can say slide 3 is maybe where chapter 2 will begin. So I'll click there. And then what happens is when students click on that, it'll automatically take them to slide 3. So you can even create links within your presentation to make it a little bit easier. We've already talked about customizing the sides of your slides. So again, File, Page Setup will allow you to customize your page setup type. If you're having your students create an ebook, this would be a fantastic way for them to actually do this as well. We've talked about making the slides interactive, so maybe they have links that you need them to go to. Well, then it's interactive because now students can click here and they can start typing in, what they found out on those slides. You can also, I'm going to click a new slide here. So you can also insert images. Those images can come from your computer. You can search the web, or by all means, have your drive. There's even an option for the camera feature. And so what happens here, you can see that I'm here. I can even take a picture and I can insert that picture. And so students can take a picture of their work they're doing and then just put it wherever they need to. So that is a pretty nifty feature for them. Of course, you still have your normal features up here of filling something with a color. So if you want to draw your students' attention to this box, maybe you want to do a fill color so they pay attention more to the information on that box. And then also remember, if you create a text box with instructions in this gray space, you can also highlight information to that. So maybe this box goes with the yellow directions. And then maybe here in this box, I can highlight it green, and then I can create another text box over here, and I can say green directions. So I can customize my slide just a little bit more with some color features going on here. So with that, you also have your font, your sizes. Of course, you can bold, italicize, and underline. You can change your colors here. I would just look at the various tools. There are spelling tools here so that you can do a spelling check on there as well. And then if you ask your students to do some sort of speaking over this, you can do Control-Shift-S, and it will type out speaker notes as your students are doing this. So if a student is not doesn't understand how to type very fast yet, then they can speak, and it will automatically take your voice and turn it into speaker notes. So that's a pretty cool function. So finally, the thing I think I will end with is, just in case you want to download this in some way, you can do File, Download. Of course, normally we download as a PDF. So there is that option as well. And then I said that was the last thing, but here is the last thing that I'm going to talk about. So when you create this in your ECISD.school account, it's basically for your eyes only. So nobody would be able to see this. Even if I copied this link up here, they would need permission to see this. So you see this little lock right here. If you hover over it, it says private only to me. So I'm going to click that share button. Now I can send it to various people. So if my team is creating this presentation, I can send it to my team where they can edit, comment, or view. But then I'm going to click down here under Advanced, and where it says Private Only You Can Access, I'm going to change that, and I'm going to do anyone with the link can view. And so then I'll just save that and click Done. And so now it has any person with the link. So that way your students don't have to ask about I need permission to see this, or I have to go and make a copy. This way you can just share your link with them and they can automatically open it up. So with that, I'm going to stop this recording. Just please email our department if you have any questions so that we can help you out further with your Google Slides presentations.